Hey there everyone, how's it going? Oh wait, I haven't put my light on, I'm very disorganised. There we go. Thank you for another fantastic episode of Interference and Chill there, Ferret. That was great. I did like your zombie. I quite liked the bald men. I thought it was alright. Apart from that sort of weird thing where it looked like one of their arms was coming out of their head. It's all good. Yeah, hi to everyone who has followed over from Interference and Chill. And thank you for the follow, Creo Zreep, was it? Creep? I'm not quite sure how Ferret decided to pronounce that. I like nuggets, says Ferret. Yes, yes, we do like nuggets. Almost had nuggets for dinner earlier, didn't we? Yeah. I've got Bunnery with me just off camera here as well. So yeah, this is our final Rogue Drone stream before Rezzed. As Ferret's just said, we're taking this game down to EGX Rezzed next week. Basically we'll be there this time next week. Panicking before the show starts on the Thursday, but yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's all good. If you've not seen this before, this is our game that we sort of just came up with over Christmas, really, when there was all this business with drones being flown around the airports in the UK, and they ended up shutting down a load of airports, and there was a load of havoc. And we'd had a few beers at Christmas, and someone said, "Hey, you should make a game about that." So we did, because why not? But it's all very early days with it. We've only been working on it for, I don't know, about 6 weeks or so. Thank you for the sparks there, Ferret. Yeah, it's basically, we've only been working on it for about 6 weeks, 7 weeks now. But we're going to go show it off, see what people think. But what we've been doing every week is I work on it, and then after Interference and Chill, I show off what we've done this week. So yeah, I'll give you a demo if you've not seen it. Ferret's just mentioned it is mixed play enabled, so once we get started, you can press some of the buttons to troll me. I might just sort of talk through some of the week's changes before we get to that, though. Right, let me just go full screen with that. There we go. So if you didn't manage to catch us last week, you might have missed the menu update, which I'm quite pleased with. I decided to add in support for multiple drones. Previously we just gave you this one basic drone, but now you can choose which type you want, and I had to make a menu for that. So hang on, I actually need to click into this. This was help, wasn't it? So rather than just showing a boring menu just with some text, it actually kind of swings the camera around to look at different parts of the airport, and the menus kind of all floating around the airport. So we've got things like our standard drone here, which is sort of just all average stats. We've got one here that's got higher health than the standard drone, but it does less damage when you're shooting other drones. We've got one here that has sort of average stats, but is kind of hardened against mixed play interactions. So that one, it's harder for people to troll you if you're streaming the game. We've got one that is a lot faster, but it's a little bit difficult to control because of the extra speed. And then we've just got like an example one which does loads of damage and is really fast, but if you bump it into anything it breaks straight away. So you might have noticed that some of these are named after the team. So we've got the BNRE here, the Bun RE, named after Bunnery, obviously. We've got the VGFERT, the Ferret, named after Ferret there. I did make a little backronym for that, so it actually stands for Filtering of External Radio Transmissions, which I was quite pleased with. So because she does all of this mixed play stuff on Interference and Chill, she's used to people messing about with her and trolling her. This drone, when someone does press a mixed play button, it expires faster. Yeah, Ian saying, I really like how they go in and out when you change drone type. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. As I say, I was going to just have sort of like a little static bit of text just with a picture of the drone, or just the drone kind of spinning around, this just sort of came into my mind, and I just thought it was kind of cool. So they're all hovering off to the sides, and then as you go back and forth, they kind of swing in. So I really like that. We've also got this one here, the 808 DNW. Some of our, well, a lot of our in-game art was done by the very awesome Bob Duck and Weave, and so this is a little tribute to him, the code name looking like Bob DNW. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Ferret. Yes, I've got the bot on, so it will actually do the links and things. Nugget Misinfo. Yeah, so this is going to be a quick demo of our game that we're working on at the moment, called Rogue Drones, like that. Or I should say as well, like on my shirt, because we have shirts for the show. So we are taking this down to EGX Resd next week, and we're going to be sharing it off to the public for 3 days, which is a little bit scary because we only started it, well, basically under 2 months ago, and it's all based on what happened in the UK over Christmas, where someone was flying a drone around the airport and they shut down the airport. And they ended up shutting down several airports. Everyone had a big panic. And we were having our Christmas party, watching it on the news, and we'd had a couple of beers, and decided to make a game about it. So yeah, all right, let's just have a look and see what happens. I'll just go for a standard drone here. We can test out some of the others afterwards. So one of the things I've added in this week is, because people are going to be using this at Resd. So we've got a stand. There's going to be a computer there with a controller. I'm just using a standard Xbox controller here. And we're going to have people coming up, grabbing the controller and just trying to play. Oh, thank you very much, Amber. Yeah, you haven't seen this for a few weeks. So yeah, we've had loads of art update and things like that. The Resd panic is setting in. Yes, you got that right. I did have a bit of a panic about it last night, as Bunnery will confirm. So yeah, what we're going to have is people coming up to the stand, and then they're going to pick up the controller. And I thought, well, actually, they're going to need to be told what to do. So we're just going to put some simple instructions in front of them. So now, instead of going straight into the game, when you start, your drone's just there on the floor, and there's a bit of information telling you what to do. Push the right stick forward to increase thrust and get the drone off the ground. So I've got my controller here, and so we've got this set. So if I just kind of hover gently, it'll stay here. But once you go over a meter, so basically okay, you know how to do thrust. That clears, and the next one comes up. Move the left stick to tilt the drone and use thrust to move. Push the right stick to the left or right to rotate. So, okay, right, okay, that's how to rotate. My other stick, that moves the drone around. And then once it sees that I've moved it a bit, that disappears, and we've got another thing showing use the right trigger to fire the stun gun. So the idea of this is, as I say, this is based on what happened at the airports over Christmas, and we came up with this idea of, well, what they should have done is just duct taped a stun gun to another drone and then just gone and shot the other drones down. So that's the idea of the game. So once I finish this tutorial, basically these 3 steps, that'll disappear, and then the guy who works at air traffic control sends you a message saying, oh, hang on, we've just seen all these things coming into the airport. Get rid of them before they shut us down. And then I've got to fly around, back it up a bit, and try and zap these. Oh, missed it. Oh, I probably could have bashed it then, not tried to knock it down. There you go. I've been really good at this all day, and now I'm actually showing people. Can't drive. There we go, got him. So yeah, there you go. Stunned that. Let's just see if we can get this guy as well. Ooh. Oh yeah, got him on the way past. That can make airport a massive drone playground. Yeah, I mean, so we're kind of going for the the comedy angle here of you're flying around with this stun gun duct taped to your drone. It's all a bit silly because everyone, when it was happening at Christmas, was just like, what? How can this one thing cause so much havoc? Yeah, so drone playground, basically, for the demo at least, we're just sort of spawning 10 drones, and there's a timer going, as you can see at the top, to sort of track how fast you manage to do it. So I'll just try and do a bit of a simple one here. So I won't turn on mixed play yet. I'll pop it on in a minute. Looks like there's one stuck here somewhere. Ah, yeah. Sometimes they they get a little bit confused and bang into walls, and then get stuck there. And I was going to take that out, but when we sort of practiced flying a drone ourselves, because we've got a little one in the house here, it it was harder than I expected, and I kept bashing it into the wall. So I thought, well, if they do just hit the wall a lot, it's kind of realistic, really. Remember the tweet about the drone problem in the airport? Yeah, exactly. That was it. So, it seemed like good inspiration for making a game. Here we go. Oh, missed him. Oh, maybe I should kind of try and be clever here and bash it. Oh no, he's moving a bit too fast. I won't risk it. I'll just shoot him down. There we go. So your boss is very supportive there. Right, okay, so what's happened here is I was working on this just before I started this stream, and I have balked it, frankly, because I've just noticed it still says 6 drones out of 10. Okay, there we go. You see, this is the fun thing about showing alpha tests. So yeah, there you go. Kind of broken. Never mind. What's supposed to happen there is, let me just sort of bash my drone around a bit, and hopefully that'll trigger a game over. If I can just damage it a little. I wonder if I should try and fix that on stream, or if I'm going to break something else. Yeah, there we go. So what should happen is when I zap all of the invading drones, you get a sarcastic newspaper appear that just basically complains about how long it took you to deal with the situation. So Nugget thinks boss is mean and hurts Nugget's feelings. Yeah, your boss isn't very sympathetic. And basically it's like, oh, come on, get on with it. What are you doing? Stop messing around. And then the newspaper, even when you actually succeed and get rid of them all, it's like, oh, slow airport staff take 3 minutes 16 seconds to remove drones. Or, incompetent staff fail to protect airport. And no matter what you do, they're always complaining about it. They should just get on with it. And so, yeah, that basically no one's kind of really being supportive of you. And in fact, the reason why you've got this crazy idea of duct taping a stun gun onto a drone is because these invading drones have appeared, but your boss won't give you any budget to buy some anti-drone tech, because you could get like a jammer or something like that, and he's like, I'm not paying for that, sort it out yourself. So you've had to take matters into your own hands, and basically you're like, well, hang on, I've got this stun gun from the security office, I'll just get a drone and just tape it on and then fly it around and zap the intruders. Ian said, oh, that's really funny. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the angle we're going for. So no one can kind of tell us off for sort of encouraging this kind of behaviour. It's all very, very tongue-in-cheek. We're not really taking it seriously. So, as I say, we've got some... In fact, let me just do this tutorial bit, because I don't know how well that will cope with Mixplay. If I press that... Yeah, Ferret. I just realised that. Yes, there we go. So we've got Mixplay hooked up to this. So as you've just seen on Interference and Chill, the audience can interfere with what happens in the game. So here, Ferret's pressed the stun malfunction button. So my gun isn't working anymore. So it might be I had a really good shot lined up, and then actually I'd have to just try and ram the enemy instead. And Amber here has pressed radio interference, so my controls are backwards now, which is why I keep banging it into the floor. And then it's gone back to normal. Oh, here we go. Now we've got a wind as well, so this was putting a crosswind, so I'm not doing anything. I'm going to the side, so now I need to try and kind of counter for that as I'm flying around. So the idea being, it might be like I've got up close to a drone here and I'm about to shoot it, and then someone presses one of those buttons and suddenly I'm like, whoa, hang on, no, what's going on here? And it makes it a bit more fun for the audience to watch, because that way they can actually affect what's going on in the stream. Because we just missed it twice. What am I doing? Come Concentrate, man. Here we go. There we go. That's a bit better. Let's go and get that one as well. Yeah, we've been doing Interference and Chill for a while. Interference and Chill started September, I think. So we've been doing it for a few months. Possibly earlier than that. Is it the quiz started in September? Oh, okay. We also run a live interactive quiz on Mixer. Here we go. So Ian has pressed radar interference. There's a slight bug in this. You can still see the little arrows appearing. But what's supposed to happen is the blobs on my radar don't appear until I get quite a bit closer. So as I come over this drone here, I can see it, but then it disappears until I actually get up to it. But yeah, there's a little bug. The sort of little height arrows are still appearing. I need to sort that out. I need to sort that out before we go to the show in the next week, because someone will notice. I kind of forgot what I was saying there. Interference and Chill. Oh yeah, so we run a live interactive quiz as well, which we do through Mixplay. It's kind of like a pub quiz. We ask questions and then the audience can play along, voting on what they think the right answer is, and you get points if you're right, and we have a leaderboard. So we're into all of this interactive stuff. We think it's really cool. And then with building this game, as I say, it's really early on, but we've been building the interactive stuff in from the very start because we think interactive games for streams are definitely the future, because it just makes things so much more interesting for your viewers if they can press a button and then see something happen immediately. I mean, I remember in the Interference and Chill chat from earlier tonight, someone, I think it was Ian perhaps, said, I like the low latency of this, it makes it a lot more interesting. Yeah, being able to sort of see me kind of flying up behind a drone, and then you can, as I'm about to zap it, you can press a button to disable my stun gun, and that happens immediately. It makes it really cool. It's not like on other streaming services where what you're seeing is actually about 10 seconds behind. Well, when we did a test, we tested this kind of stuff on Twitch, and it basically runs about 7 seconds behind, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're doing these interactive things, it kind of really makes a big difference. Yeah, I'm just intrigued by what's going on with this drone's remaining count being wrong. There should be 10 drones, and it is counting down as I'm zapping them. It's just that it's saying 9. It's kind of starting on 6 instead of 10, as you'd kind of expect. Yeah, I keep missing it. I'm just going to melee that one, just to show off. Oh no, I missed it. Maybe I should actually go the way I'm. Oh, I've lost it entirely now. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. I can see it on the radar. Ah, there we go. There he is. So we've got these little trails on here, and so they sort of make it a little bit easier to see the drones. Oh, I missed him. Come on. I want to show off my amazing flying skills. They're not really amazing. Oh, I missed it again. I'm going to hit this. I'm going to hit it. No. Oh, he's changed direction. Honestly, I make this game, and I'm terrible at it. Now you see my stun gun's disabled now for the moment, so I do actually have to hit it if I want to take it out. Right, I'm actually going to face forward. That would probably help. I've lost it again. There we go. Sorry, I will catch up with the chat in a minute. Oh, maybe I should just shoot it. Right, I'm gonna have one last go at trying to bash it, and then I'm gonna give up and just zap it. Oh, that was really close. All right, one last go, honestly. There we go. I did wonder if you should have to hit them like kind of over a certain speed, but it is pretty tricky to do it. And I think if I was going any faster than that, I wouldn't have managed to do it at all. Much easier just to zap them. I might just get this last one, which I suspect is trapped in one of these. I should probably teach them how to avoid these buildings. No, it's not in here. It must be in the other one. Yeah, I'll just get this last one and then swap out to a different drone just so we can test one of the other changes for this week. I have to try and just zap this one without being able to see what's happening. There we go. So yeah, my counter is still on 6 again this time. So I've obviously messed something up there. I'll have a look at that after the stream. Yeah, so sorry, in the chat Ian saying, I heard cloud gaming could manifest like you watch a stream video, just click to play or something. You could implement something like that in Mixer. Well, I think Microsoft is probably going to do their own kind of cloud gaming system. Because I know Google's just done their, what's it called? Strevia? No, that's a sweetener, isn't it? I forget. Stadia, that was it. Yes, thank you. So they have. You see, again, this is live interaction. You can say that, and I see it immediately, and then you hear me say it immediately. So Google's done that. I think Microsoft will probably have a go at doing something because I used to be like a systems engineer, so I used to do all Windows Server stuff, and Microsoft has been doing the tech for that for a long time, but for sort of server type things, and I think they're in a really good position to just kind of modify it slightly for streaming of games like cloud gaming, and they've got like 20 odd years experience on it. Oh, hi GT, how's it going? Yeah, xCloud, yeah, exactly. And I think Microsoft will be the ones to watch on it just because they have all of this experience in like remote desktop systems. I did wonder about this a while ago when I used to work as a technical trainer as well. I mean, that was probably, what are we now, 2019, so that was probably 7 or 8 years ago. They had this thing called Remote FX, which let you kind of have a low-powered computer that you're connected to your your kind of cloud server, but it was doing some of the 3D stuff on your end, so you could have kind of 3D things happening over a remote connection. It was very clever stuff. Yeah, Microsoft showed off their tech at a recent Inside Xbox show. They're in public beta later this year. Games should run on mobile phones. Yeah, as I say, they're the ones that already have all of the tech for this in place. It's being used for sort of corporate workloads instead of gaming. And Microsoft has Azure, their big I was going to say hosting platform, but it's more than that really. Their big cloud platform. They've got everything set up and ready to go for this, and when they want, someone can just press a button and they can go big on this. So I think they're going to be the ones to watch. Yeah, sorry, I missed something there as well. Ian saying, yeah, I forgot that console that could be the cheaper one. Yeah, so you might end up with a console that's very stripped down, and all of the big workload happens in the cloud. Now we're getting to a point where a lot of people have stable, fast internet connections. Yeah, we could do it. It could work. The catch is, of course, there's always going to be a need to have actual consoles for the near future, at least, because some people don't have reliable internet access or they don't have the speed necessary. And I mean, we had all of that backlash initially with the Xbox One, where Microsoft said, well, it needs to check in every so often. Everyone kicked off about it, and they took out that requirement. Yeah, GT saying Sony've run it for a while too with PS Now. I had a quick play with PS Now when it first started, and you could get like a week demo or something, I forget. And it was all right, but I felt like the performance wasn't really there. Way back when On Live ran a similar system. Yeah, was it On Live we saw at EGX once? There was because they were giving out free On Live consoles, but there was this massive queue for them, and I was like, well, sorry, I'm looking at Bunnery off stream, who you can't see. I don't think you saw a wave there, actually. So, yeah, they were giving away free On Live consoles, but there was this massive queue, and I'm like, am I really going to use this? I'm going to go play the first showing of the new Assassin's Creed or whatever. But, yeah, as I say, the reason I think Microsoft is going to be big on this is they have lots of experience with this on sort of like corporate workloads, and they'll be able to do it for games easily. Anyway, I digress slightly. Let's have a look at some of these other drones. Okay, well, so we'll try the ferret. This should actually make a difference now, hopefully. So yeah, if you missed earlier, I've added in a little tutorial here just because I was worried when we get to res, some people are going to pick up the controller and being like, "What?" So the game kind of talks you through your first few bits that you do. Nvidia doing the same too. No doubt Steam will jump on it too. Moving on. Yeah. So Steam, I gather that Steam Link, the software, I don't know if it's going to happen with the hardware, because I've got one of the physical Steam Link boxes, which is awesome for in-home streaming. Steam Link, they're opening it up so you can connect over the internet rather than needing to just be on a LAN. So, you know, it's kind of potential for that to happen there. I heard that some AAA games tuned for console-like performance because it seems in PC they crack so fast. Yeah, I mean, game dev is difficult, really. I feel sorry for people, you know, because it'll happen to us as well, realistically. You work on something for ages, and then there's like a day one crack for it, and you know it's a bit of a shame. But yeah, you know, in PC the crack so fast, bulk of money intake comes from console platform. Yeah, I mean, you do find that consoles tend to be the kind of the primary platform on things. Anyway, I'm kind of going off, getting sidetracked a bit. Oh wow, this number is getting more and more wrong. Of course, right, it's just not getting cleared between games, because this is, yeah, right, okay, I found my bug. I can sort that afterwards. Yeah, 22 of 10. What? Yeah. I just forgot to clear the count when you restart. In fact, let's just test this quickly. So that was on 22. So if I just go through this tutorial again quickly, just move around, and so we should get, yeah, okay, right, there we go. Yeah. It's just increasing each time. Oh dear. This is my first time making a game and then showing it off each week. So we get these embarrassing things sometimes. Anyway, so let me just turn on Mixplay again. So this is the ferret drone, which you know, in universe is hardened to external hacking attempts. So what should happen is most of the Mixplay interactions, when you press them, the status effect lasts for 20 seconds. With this drone, I forget what multiplier I put on it, but they should affect me for a shorter period of time. Or not. Maybe I... yeah, maybe I'm just sort of generally incompetent and I've done the maths wrong somewhere. Or maybe... okay, crashes into the floor when someone flips the controls. Or is that going faster than it should? 11, 10... No. Okay, never mind. I should get a bug list. Hang on. Let me... I've lost my pen. Could I have a pen, B? Thank you. Okay, right. So we need drone count and Mixplay cooldown, Mixplay effect time. You know, exciting game dev here. It's a day of finding bugs, it seems. Yes, exactly. A more stronger, not last longer. Yeah, so at the moment they're all the same, but yeah, we could do different sort of different numbers for all kinds of things. So we're able to set things like how long Mixplay interactions last for, how long they cool down for, also for the drones, things like the health of the drone, the power of the shot that it takes, the speed of it. So, you know, if I kind of let's go and sort of shoot this here. So just whilst we're testing things, I can see on here the health of the enemy drones when I get up close to them. I'm not sure if we'll leave that on for the actual game or not. Well, perhaps we will. I don't know. So that one's got 100 health, and if I get up close enough to zap it, actually. I think I might have just bumped into that one and knocked it. So let's just try it again, making sure I do zap it. There we go. So, oh, nice spiral there. That was a bug I fixed last week as well. So they do actually spiral out of control when they crash. So my shot here is doing 100 damage, and the drone has 100 health. But if I swap to another one, let me say this one. This one does less damage. I really wish I'd put in something to skip the tutorial now. Go 52 of 10. I really need to fix that, because that's kind of really annoying. I may just go and fix it quickly, because it should only take a moment. So if I shoot this drone, let's see. So this enemy drone has 100 health. There we go. So I hit it once, but I only did 50 damage. So you can see its health has gone down. It's also shooting out sparks. We'll probably make that more noticeable. I wonder if maybe they should kind of have some like white smoke coming off, and then as they get more damaged, it gradually gets more and more black or thicker smoke. But yeah, so this drone does 50 damage at a time. Oh yeah, we're also able to change the size of the battery for the stun gun, and also how much battery each shot takes. So you might have noticed that the other drones, when I was shooting, the whole of that battery gauge in the corner went down, whereas with this one it does less powerful shots, but I can do several of them at a time before it needs to recharge. So this one, you can see these petals, as I'm sort of calling them, around the edge of my health gauge there, gradually filling back up. And there we go, that's fully charged. But yeah, I can kind of sort of, I missed that a few times, but it's okay. I can take a few shots. I'm just messing up massively now. Here we go, let's get him. There we go. And he's done. You can make a landing pad to recharge your stun or pick up a special weapon. Yeah, exactly. At the moment, I haven't actually made a landing pad. I think I probably will do that. It's a good idea. But if I just sort of bash this drone around a little bit, if you land, or rather, if you're not moving, which basically means land, you can see that the health recovers there. So if you do damage the drone, you can set down for a few seconds, and then it will recover. This drone has faster health recovery than the other drones, so that didn't take very long, but it might be that some of the others, they take ages to recharge. And the idea with having a timer here is you know, you're trying to sort of beat your best time. You know, how long does it take you to get rid of the 10 drones? So you're trying to race yourself and improve your time. And you know, oh no, I've damaged the drone, I need to land it. Oh, how long shall I wait for the health? Oh, I'm not gonna beat my best time. Okay, that's not. So you know, you kind of have to balance how long you're waiting for it. But oh, it already do it. Well, yeah, I mean, to recharge the health, we're doing that. But yeah, maybe the special weapon. Yeah, maybe you could get like a bigger stun gun, or we could have a mode where you have to like go to a recharge point, or maybe there's batteries and you have to pick up the batteries, something like that perhaps. Something that was suggested on a previous stream was maybe having kind of a we're planning different modes, and someone suggested a mode of kind of package delivery. So an item would appear in the map somewhere, so you know, over here maybe, and I'd have to land and pick up this box. So you know, maybe I've got it now, and then it tells me, okay, you have to take it over here, and I then have to you know, deliver it to buy this plane or whatever. And then it's how fast I can kind of deliver the packages there. We're also looking at things like, at the moment I'm the good drone, I'm the security drone, and I'm defending the airport from the bad drones, the rogue drones, by zapping them if I can actually hit them. There we go. But we're looking at maybe doing that in reverse. So you're an invading drone, and there's a load of security drones coming to find you, and you have to kind of run away from them. So you know, it might be you're kind of like trying to sort of fly around obstacles so that they can't follow you, and we've got a timer on it, and you're trying to see how long you can last before they catch you. Yeah, what I might just do very quickly, although you won't quite see this on camera, is I'm just going to fix this bug very quickly. Oh, apparently I made a change and then didn't save it, so perhaps that is what went wrong. Just need to try and remember what this is called. Drone count or something? Enemy drone count? Enemy drone count equals 0. Right, that would probably help, wouldn't it? There we go. Yeah, if only I'd thought to reset that each time, then we wouldn't have had that problem. Right, let me just quit the game here and then just build a fresh copy of it. Oh, I should put myself back over here actually, just while we're waiting. So I have to press that and that. So much like you know, interference and chill and things like that, this is all happening live. So I'm literally just rebuilding a copy of the game. Attacking bad drone could be cool too, one that viewers could spawn in mixed play. Yeah, exactly, that's the kind of stuff we're thinking about. So the reason for adding in the different types of player drone with, okay, that should be done now, with the different stats is that we can then do that for the enemy drones as well. Is that going to appear on the stream again? There we go, right. Let me just bring this back. Hopefully, if I click in this, let's just try this again. Why is it starting on 3? What's that even about? Ugh. That seemed like a really easy bug fix, so obviously the bug is more complicated than I thought. Oh no, there we go, okay. Oh no, I think 3 is just the default text on it. But we've got the right number now. Let's see what happens. I'll actually just very quickly try and sort this out. And then we'll see if we actually trigger a game over properly. Yeah, I think for when I'm testing the game in Unity, because we've built this in Unity, I've just got it saying 3, just because it looks more interesting than 0. And then I can take screenshots easily without having to actually be playing the game. One of the things that I underestimated for taking time is actually trying to generate good screenshots when we're doing a press kit and that kind of stuff. Yeah, you want to sort of get things that look really interesting. So sometimes you're kind of tempted to kind of fake it up in the editor, but I haven't really done that. I've just used it for when I was getting pictures of the interface. Because this interface is all quite new. We actually, for the first time ever on one of our games, paid for someone to do the art. So all of this stuff with the tape and the health gauge and that kind of stuff has all been done by our artist. Oh, thank you for the shout out for Bob there. Yeah, so we got Bob Duck and Weave, who's very awesome. And he basically, I sent him over what we already had. And he, oh, there we go, finish on a melee. Yeah, there we go, actually working now. But yeah, he actually designed a load of it live on stream, so we could get feedback from people as he was doing it. It was very, very cool. If you go and check out his past streams at that link, you can probably still see some of it on there. So yeah, this is what's supposed to happen when you get all of the drones. You get a newspaper that still isn't that complimentary about you. Airport security takes 1 minute 33 seconds to disable rogue drones. We've even got some sort of sarcastic kind of headlines at the bottom. You know, how to train your cat to win the lottery, because it's that kind of newspaper. Okay, so there you go. We did fix the bug. I just need to change that bit of text. Default drone count. I'll put that on my list. I will fix that later, rather than getting you to watch me do it now, because it's not terribly exciting. And then I should be able to... How do you train your cat to win the lottery? Yeah, well, unfortunately, you can't actually read the inside of the paper, so you don't get to find out. Terrible shame. Yeah, it's a whole different game, Brunner says. Could be in the sequel. So, you know, if this does well, we maybe we'll make Cat Lottery Trainer Simulator or something. It'd be like Goat Simulator, but with cats playing the lottery. I should turn on the mixplay stuff again. So, oh, maybe I should have looked at that mixplay bug. No, I'll come back to that. But yes, sorry, I'm going off on all kinds of tangents here. Yeah, with Ian saying once that viewers could spawn in mixplay. Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of thing that I'd like to do. I don't know if anyone's played the original Watch Dogs, but there was a system in that where you could be playing it, and then your friend could like install the it was like CTOS Mobile. It was called. It was like an app for iPad and Android, and they would you'd get challenged to a race, so you'd get a car in the game and have to drive through checkpoints, and then your friend, your friend would have a map of the city, and then they'd be trying to stop you going through the checkpoints. Yeah, companion app, that's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, exactly, Ian. So they'd have a map of the city, and they could... Yeah, that one tried to take me out then. And they'd be able to sort of press on it and be like, okay, I want to put a police car here, or I want to change these traffic lights, or I want to send a riot van here. And so they could send in-game enemies after you. So yeah, if we're doing a sort of like a you're the bad drone and you're being chased by security, it could be that the audience for your stream are able to maybe spawn extra game items like more security drones, or maybe they could tell the security drones where you are. Okay, a load of cats. Oh, I see. So these cats are predicting the lottery. I see. I didn't get that. We should buy a lottery ticket with those numbers on, just in case. Just on a very quick tangent. I saw just before we started this a news item about a guy in Australia who plays the same numbers every week, and he bought his lottery ticket, but then one night he got back from work and he was really tired, forgot that he'd already bought that week's ticket and bought another one, and then the numbers came up like the jackpot, and he ended up winning more because there were 3 winning tickets, but he had 2 of them. How crazy is that? So he accidentally bought 2 lottery tickets, and they both won the jackpot with the same numbers. I think it was Australia. I forget, but yeah, it just like happened last night or something. I think it's a crazy story. But yes, we should buy a lottery ticket with that. So yeah, this thing that Watch Dogs did with the companion app, it's been in my head for a while because I thought it was a really interesting idea. But combining that with Mixer and the fact that you're literally seeing this happen in really need to fix these drones getting stuck in buildings. So the fact that you're seeing what I'm doing in pretty much real time. I mean, as I'm playing the game here, you're about when we tested this, you're seeing this about a third of a second after it's happening here. So okay, it's not literally real time, but you're never going to notice. But yeah, so doing this Watch Dogs thing with Mixer and Mixplay, I'm thinking, well, hang on, yeah, we could have the audience doing that stuff. Rather than needing someone else to play with you, you just fire up the game, start streaming, and you're like, oh, hey, everyone, how's it going? I'm playing Rogue Drones today. Why don't you get involved and mess with me? Just hit the buttons underneath. Yeah, not like 15 plus seconds. Yeah, exactly. It's great. Especially, well, as I've said a few times tonight, really, the idea that I can be doing something and then, I might get a perfect shot lined up. And then you can press the button just to mess with me. One of the things that happens in Interference and Chill sometimes is people will wait for Ferret to be about to pick up a certain colour. So, maybe she's meant to be drawing a red car or whatever. So she draws the road and all this, and she goes, okay, now I'll just draw the car. And she's just about to press the red, and someone presses monochrome palette, and the red's gone. And you because it is real time, you can time it for ultimate trolling, basically. I'm sorry, Ferret. I see sad face in the chat there, but it is funny to watch. So I like the idea of us doing that with this. You can see we've got some more random headlines here. Millennials have officially ruined brunch. Does your dog have psychic healing powers? I'll remember that. Oh, that means you're going to be pressing more buttons trying to crash my drone. So yeah, it just kind of makes it really interesting. But yeah, I mean, as well as sort of deploying extra security drones. So no, in fact, I'll swap out for a different drone just so you can sort of see that they do have some differences. So we did the bunnery that's got the extra health. We've done the ferret that's meant to have shorter mix play status effects, but I've messed that up. But I'll fix that for next week. So we've got one here that's a tribute to our artist, the 808 DNW, which is a lot faster basically. So it allows the drone to duck and weave, because he's Bob Duck and Weave. You're broken. Oh, I'm sorry, Ferret. Yeah, I'll fix it. It's just going to be me doing some maths wrong somewhere. That's what always happens. Much like this business with the drone count being wrong. So yeah, this drone here, as you can probably tell straight off. Actually, let me just get rid of that tutorial. This one moves a lot faster. It's quite interesting how it works, actually. I just assumed if I wanted to make a faster drone, I'd just make the engine more powerful, so it would have more thrust. But then you crash it, like you press up and it just goes straight into the sky. The trick was actually making it light. So in terms of physics, it's lighter and it's got less drag, so it can kind of corner faster and things. So this one you can move a lot faster, but that kind of makes it a little bit harder to aim because you can overshoot things really easily. So you've got to be kind of careful with it. Oh, sorry, I should turn on some mix play so you can press these buttons as well. Ian saying, can be so many things like a drone spawning thing with a Zeppelin or a truck van. Yeah, exactly, anything. We can do all kinds of stuff like that. I feel like I keep being about to say something, and then Ferret's disabled my stun gun now to make up for the fact that I've miscoded her drone. I'm going to take this guy out anyway. No, I'm not. This drone moves too fast. It's really difficult to actually hit them. Oh, especially with this crosswind. Oh wow, yeah, this is really hard with the fast drone because I don't want to go too fast against the wind, because otherwise I'm just going to zoom past it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Okay. All right. I cheated. I just shot it. Oh, hang on. Now I'm going backwards. No. There we go. Okay, right, okay, controls backwards. Of course, the problem with the backwards controls is that then it runs out and goes back to normal, just as you've got used to working backwards, and then you suddenly crash into the ground anyway. But yeah, so if we do this mode where maybe you're trying to escape the security drones, so it might be that you're sort of like ducking and weaving under things here, so maybe the security drones don't move as fast as I do, so I can try and lose them by bashing into things, by ducking under stuff like this. Oh yeah, check me out, I can really fly this drone. So it might be that I managed to hide somewhere so the security drones don't know where I am. I haven't quite worked out how this will actually work yet. Maybe they need line of sight to me or something, so maybe I'm hiding here, but my stream audience with Mixplay, maybe they can tell the security drones, actually, he's around here. Maybe they can just press on the map or something, and they could give away my position. So that might be an interesting thing to do. We've also talked about things like maybe having some sort of special weapon or a special ability that maybe your audience has to help you charge up. Or maybe it does charge on its own, but your audience can charge it faster by pressing a mix play button. So, what you're trying to do is, as a streamer, you want your audience to kind of be engaged and be on your... Oh, okay, right, thanks for that, Ferret. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I don't think I've done colliders on any of this. So yeah, you'd be sort of working together with your audience. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. There's no collider on that at all. I bet this whole thing doesn't have one on. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's odd. It does on the bottom, but not on the top. I don't even understand what's going on there. Oh, do these walls? Yes. Note to self: try and crash into everything before the show. Um, yeah, yeah, we should make sure that that's fixed. Mr. Tapestry found that. Oh, okay, yeah. Thanks to Mr. Tapestry. You'll have to pass that on if he's not here. Aye, so you see, my drone's kind of quite damaged here. Actually, I've got sparks coming off. So if I land for a bit, on the radar, the map could have burst waves that mess radar around it. Yeah, yeah, that could be interesting. Yeah, we could have sort of. I'm trying to think what you'd call it. Kind of radar black spots almost. Yeah, perhaps like the audience could sort of mess with the radar as well. I mean, it wouldn't have to be the audience. Maybe it could just happen. Um, yeah, the audience could. Sorry, let me just move away from this plane because I can hear the engine of it in my ear. Um, maybe you could have like these kind of holes in the radar where you couldn't see things. Yeah, yeah, that could be interesting. I'm going to write that one down. Oh no, in fact, I'll have it on the past stream, so I'll be able to watch the replay of myself and then write all these things down afterwards. Just talking about drone health very quickly, you might have noticed this one is still taking a lot longer to recharge, to recover its health than the other drone, the one with the fast health recovery. Like you can just see, it's only just really ticking up very slowly. So the idea being, this one, it's got the extra speed, but because it's got the extra speed, it might be that you lose control and you hit into something and you're like, oh no, I can't do that too many times, because it'll take ages to recover the health. If I just swap back out for the other one, actually, if I get the Bunnery drone here, so if I do the same thing here, so if I kind of damage this one, if you look at its health, that's going back way faster. I think this one recovers all of its health in about 15 or 20 seconds. So this one, you can just kind of, if you've battered it around a bit, you can just kind of be like, all right, I'll just sort of sneak in, just have a quick bit of health recovery. One of the other specs that we can change for them as well. Now this is where I actually have to do some decent flying. Now this one, there's a number which is basically how fast do you have to be going, or rather how slow do you have to be going in order to recover health. So I can maybe, I don't know if I can actually. No, I think it's set a bit too specific. But what I want this one to be able to do is, if you can kind of hover for it to recover health without landing. What are the blue things around the health? That is the charge of the stun gun. So as I shoot, that'll go down and then start filling up again. Because we didn't want you to be able to just sort of go around and just be kind of constantly firing. If you miss, there needs to sort of... Oh, easy. There needs to be like a little bit of a penalty. So you have sort of a little kind of recharge on it. So on this drone you can take several shots, but it's using up one of those, and I need to wait for that to fill up before I can take another shot. So nothing's happening until that refills. If I swap it out for one of the other ones, like the standard drone, this one, if I just go past this tutorial, must make a skip tutorial button, because that's getting kind of annoying now. So this one, it uses all of the battery in one go, but it recharges a lot faster. Just as a little touch as well, we've got a little bar that fills up on the drone itself, if you can see that. It's almost a bit like if anyone's played Dead Space, Isaac's rig, like his sort of suit really that he's wearing, shows health down his spine, and you can kind of see on his suit, kind of like his health or ammo counts on guns and stasis recharge and stuff, all on little gauges all over his body. It's quite cool. So we sort of went for something like that. I should say, actually, these drone models I've just sort of knocked up quickly myself, so we'll probably be swapping these out at some point. But yeah, this is kind of homemade. The rest of the stuff here, I'll be honest with you, we've just kind of bought in because we don't have any kind of 3D kind of modelling talent in-house at the moment. I should say. I know Ferret's having a go at maybe looking at Blender, so maybe that'll work out. We can get some other drones. Or have a tutorial game with pop-in menus or tips when encountering something new. Yeah, I think we should definitely have that in the full version. At the moment, the focus is kind of we've got to show this to people in literally 7 days. Well, in a week, we'll be going to bed now and then showing it off in the morning. So that'll be kind of scary. The focus has been mostly stuff that we need for the show. So hence why, if I just kind of do this again. Oh, I accidentally skipped that. This little tutorial here is just such a basic thing. Just because I don't want it to kind of. You see, maybe you're right. Actually, maybe we should do that for the show. Yeah, maybe these should be spaced out more, and so perhaps the thing about how to use the stun gun, maybe that should appear once the other drones have appeared, and you're kind of getting up to one. You should get a message then saying, "Oh, quick, zap it! Pull the right trigger to zap that drone," and then it'll actually get it. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. But yeah, our big thing at the minute is I think I've said a few times now. We've only been working on this for a few weeks, so it's all really early, and we kind of got this crazy idea to go and show it off at this show already, even though it's only a few weeks old. So a lot of it has been okay. What would be good for the show, and then once we've done that, we'll add in the extra features and things. Sorry, I should probably turn my mix play back on. I think the skip button could be more effective. Yeah, you're right. I mean, this tutorial I only started adding that in last night and then finished it earlier today, so it's a bit hacked together really. Yeah, you're right, there should be a skip button. In my head, the logic of it working like this was that we'd get someone come into the show, they'd pick up the controller, play the game, and press play, and then it would tell them what to do. They'd have a go and then be like, "Oh, okay, that was quite fun. Hey, do you want to have a go?" and pass the controller on to someone else. So at the moment, it just shows the tutorial every time because it's assuming it's going to be a different person each time. But maybe some people would want to sit there and have a few goes. So maybe the actual solution, maybe the proper solution to this is when you start, go, "Do you want to see the tutorial?" And then you just go, "No, skip." Or maybe we should just have a skip tutorial button. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. We've been making games for a while. We've been running Interference for nearly 9 years now. We've been doing it kind of full time for only a few years, but this is actually the first time we're doing a show. I've done exhibitions before with a previous company, but it wasn't games, and so this is kind of, well, as Ferret said earlier, it's kind of equally, it's sort of half exciting and half terrifying because it's going to be awesome, but it's also kind of scary because it will be the first time anyone's played this. Basically, at the moment, I play this every day as I'm working on it. Bunnery's played it a few times. Ferret's played it a few times. Mr. Tapestry, Vex Tapestry, who I don't think is in the chat at the minute, has played it twice maybe. But aside from that, literally no one has played it, uh, which is possibly a really bad idea. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Um, but yeah, it is just kind of really early on, so I'm a bit worried about sort of giving out copies of it because people might be, yeah, okay, this feels really unfinished because it is really unfinished. Um, but if we're at a show, we can just say to people when they're playing, now, look, we only started this in January, so we really looking for your feedback. We'd love to hear. If you've got any ideas. In fact, actually, guys, what we should have is a pad or somewhere where we can take notes. Maybe like a little slip people can fill in. If one of you can remind me to do that before we go, I might just sort of make some little slips saying, would you like to give us your email address? We can keep you up to date. GDPR though. Maybe we should just send them to the website and they can sign up. And then we can do, what do you think about how the controls are? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Do you have any suggestions? So yeah, we should do that. So Ian's saying, because when someone wants to try change drone, can you code change drone in the game? Then when players they restart and sees the tutorials. Yeah, that might be a sensible way to do it actually as well. You're right, because I think it's reasonable. Someone might come into it and then go, okay, actually, I want to just try this with a different drone. I want to have a go with this one. And we don't want to make them go through the tutorial again. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, maybe what I should do is just make it so we can press a button on the keyboard or something. We should just have a reset button. Or have it on a timer where if it's on the menu screen for more than a minute, it automatically resets and turns the tutorial back on. Yeah, that is a very good point though, Ian. I hadn't thought of that. Thank you very much. You see, this is what's awesome about. I mean, because I've always been really, really worried about showing things off before we've finished them, and this is really the first time we've ever shown off a half-finished game. A half-finished, that's a bit optimistic. A just started game, and we've shown it on stream for the last month now, every Wednesday, and we're getting loads of awesome ideas and suggestions from people and stuff that I wouldn't have thought of. Ian's right. Obviously, someone's going to have a go at this and go, oh, actually, I want to try the other drone, and we shouldn't show them the tutorial again. Yeah, it makes sense. Yes, thank you. I'll fix that. Yeah. Oh wow! I've just looked at the clock and realised I've been going an hour already. I kind of get carried away with this, but I'm kind of excited and also terrified because it's all happening next week. So yeah, perhaps I should sort of finish up there for now. Ooh, hang on, my drone got stuck as I clicked away from that. This is the last dev stream that we're going to be doing of this before the show. So it's easier to make a tutorial game than changing drone in game. Now that's an interesting point. Maybe we should have it so you can select tutorial. Yeah, I might have a look at that over the weekend. Yeah. I think that's a good idea, perhaps. I don't know. I'll try a few things and see what seems to work best. But yes, thank you for the suggestions. But yeah, so as I say, this is going to be the. Please don't keep people at our booth for hours. Now, this is also true. Is that we want to encourage people to play quite a bit, but we also kind of don't want to encourage them to sort of hog it so that other people have a go. I mean, I know some big games, they're basically on a timer. You go and play Assassin's Creed or whatever, and you have 15 minutes, and then you get kicked off when you go to these shows. So I don't know. I half wonder if maybe this is something we should adjust after the first day. Because I'm taking a laptop, so if we do find bugs or want to make changes after the first day, I can fit that in while we're having food in the evening. because I think we have a free night on Thursday, which is the first night after the show. So yeah, sorry, getting sidetracked again. But yeah, so this is going to be the last dev stream before the show, and we're going to be in London this time next week. So we won't be doing a stream next week. Also, there won't be any interference and chill next Wednesday, but we will be back to normal after that. And yeah, I kind of feel the same, Ferret. Yeah, that's what was happening with me last night. I've kind of calmed down again today. Although that's sort of because I've been distracted about all of this excitement with Ferret and Bunnery both being on the shortlist for the GamesIndustry.biz 100 Women in Games sort of awards, which is happening down at the show as well. So we get to go to a party, which is always fun. But yeah, you know, they got some recognition for the awesome stuff that they're doing with all of this interactive streaming things that we're doing. So yeah, that's kind of kept me slightly distracted. So yeah, no drone stream next week, no interference and chill next week, but we will be back to normal the following week. Yeah, it's just the Wednesday stuff that's affected. We're at the show. I should probably just put some of these things in the chat. We're at the show on. Well, we're going on Wednesday, but the show is on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Oh, I thought that had the date on, but it doesn't. Never mind. That's the 4th to the 6th of April. You can get your tickets at. Oh, you're already in there, Ferret. You get your tickets at egx.net/resd. We're also going to be. Oh, hey there, Cheese. Oh man, I'm just wrapping up. I don't know. Maybe I should just have a very quick run through just for another few minutes, just seeing as we got someone else join us. So yeah, we're going to be down there 4th to 6th of April. We're going to be in the Tentacle Collective, the Tentacle Zone it's called now. So if you see big inflatable green tentacles, just come and see us over there. And as Ferret's just triggered in the chat, we're going to be doing a talk about mixplay because we love mixplay and interactive streams. And so we're going to be there. Bunnery is going to be talking about Zeitgeist, which is our interactive quiz that we run every Sunday on mixer.com/interference. It's basically a pub quiz, but you get to play along, and then you get a like a score, and there's leaderboards and things, and it's just a good bit of fun, really. So Bunnery's going to be talking about that. Ferret will be talking about interference and chill, and I'm going to be talking about rogue drones. So that will be on the Friday at 12 noon if you're there. Oh, thank you for the follow, Ian. That's awesome. So yeah, you know, we're going to be at Res, going to be doing a talk. Bunnery and Ferret are going to be, you know, shortlisted for Women in Games. It's awesome. Everything is very exciting times. I feel like maybe I should just run through this just once more very quickly, seeing as Cheese only just got here. I can just show off some of the new stuff this week. Or I'd show off my shirt as well. I got a Rogue Drone shirt. Yeah. So we've all got Rogue Drone shirts for the show. Yeah, go on. Let's just kind of have a very quick run through this, just so I can show the other new stuff. So I can't remember when Cheese was last in one of these streams. Was it last week or was it the week before? If you weren't here last week, you'll have missed our new menu. So we've got multiple drones now. Yeah, I think you mentioned the Bob drone, so I think you have seen this. So we've got this this system for picking drones. Oh yeah, big screen, that would help. Thank you. I should get one of those things that Bob has, where Jesse can control his scenes. I should sort that out for you, shouldn't I? So you can choose different drones. So we've got a Bunnery and a Ferret drone. The Bunnery one has more health, and the Ferret drone has resistance to mixplay interference, which is kind of balked at the moment because I have done the maths wrong, but I'll fix that. Saw the trailer, didn't see the stream. Okay, cool. I'll just give you a very quick demo then. So, oh, hang on, no, I went the wrong way. And we've also got the Bob drone here, the 808 DNW, which is faster and more agile, so it can duck and weave around obstacles. I'm quite pleased with that lame joke. We've got like a little test one as well, a glass cannon, which is really high speed, really high damage, just like 1,000 damage. But if you knock it into anything, it immediately breaks, which is quite fun actually. I'll just go for the standard one here, keep it all average. So we've added in a little tutorial here. We've just been discussing actually this really needs to be skippable for the show, because I didn't think of that, and it's kind of annoying actually. I only put it in a few hours ago. These drones have their specs on while you choose them. Yeah. So, in fact, if I just drop back out to that menu, at the moment it just says average or high or low, that kind of thing. So, like high speed on this one, very high speed on this, very low health, excessive damage. I wasn't sure whether to do numbers for it, or if I should just kind of have. Where's that one gone? Ah, there it is. Or if I should just say, average, or maybe plus or minus to kind of show what it's like, relatively speaking. So I love how the drones fly in front of the menus. I know, I like that as well. Oh no, I mean physically, because they seem moving very alike. Now that's actually a really interesting point. I mean, this one should be the most noticeable. See, I've written the code for this, and I'm not sure. Yeah, this one's turning a lot faster. So I think that does have its specs on there. Let's just. What's that? Sorry, bud? Oh, I see. Yeah. Specs. Yeah. Yes, I think their stats are applied here, because just looking at how fast. Yeah. This one's moving faster than that. It's an interesting point though. But the way this works is it's actually just spawned some fake players. So these you can't see, but they're actually moving between 3 checkpoints at the moment. So there's like sort of 2 at the front and 1 at the back, and it's just kind of buzzing around between them with our sort of really basic AI control, and it just sort of makes it a bit more interesting than a static menu. But yeah, going back to what Chi said, I love the way they fly in front of the menus. Yeah, it's a little nice little touch really. The menus are in the world, so it kind of happens a bit fast to see, but that menu is actually there as you zoom down, and the drones can fly around it. It's something that I added in on the main menu, just because I thought it might be interesting. The drones can fly in front of the title. I'm hoping it's going to go to the right. No, okay. These are random, so they'll never go where I want. So yeah, they can sort of go in front of these menus, but also behind if they go far enough back. Just simple things like that amuse me. Okay, so let's just have a quick run through here. So we've got this little tutorial with the idea of if someone sits down in front of the game at res, it'll say, okay, push the right stick forward to increase thrust, and then once you've got over a certain height, over 1 meter at the moment, it triggers the next bit saying move the left stick, and then once you've moved a bit, it shows you how to do the stun gun, and then after that, it spawns some enemies, and then gets you to start going after them. Let me just turn on mix play here as well. I've just got mix play on a toggle, so I can test things without it on if I need. So yeah, if you haven't seen this for a little while, we've kind of moved on a bit now that we've got the new UI in. It's looking a lot better. We've got some cooler animations and things. So like mix play stuff, rather than just kind of appearing and disappearing. Sort of like the things kind of pop in and then zoom out and get peeled off and stuff, and it looks pretty cool. I don't suppose can you just press a button for me? Oh, is it not on? Oh, sorry, no, I've just turned it off now. There we go. So, oh, okay, thank you, Ian. Yeah, everyone's pressing everything now. So yeah, these look a bit more interesting now. We got this whole thing with the duct tape going on everywhere, which was Bob's idea, which was pretty cool. So those things sort of pop in and are animated. So when that disappears, it's sort of rather than just appearing. And it's little things like that that I think kind of make it look a lot better. So like I'm using yeah, thanks Ferret. Ferret flipping my my controls there when I'm not expecting it. Yeah, Cheese went for radar interference, which is slightly buggy at the moment. No, backwards controls. It's going to run out, and then I'll be confused and crash into something again. Oh, as I almost did then. So radar interference reduces your radar's range, so you'll have to get up close to a drone before it appears on the radar. But at the moment, the little height sort of up-down arrows kind of still appear. So the crosswind's sort of pushing me out of the way, so I need to compensate for that by trying to work against it. And the idea with some of these mixed play interactions is it starts and it's annoying, and then you get used to it, and then it stops, and suddenly you're kind of countering for a like a crosswind that isn't there anymore, and suddenly you overshoot where you're trying to go. I don't know what's called the mixed play stuff. Yeah, I mean, well, you've seen me talk about mixed play. I love mixed play. This is the point where Ferret goes, don't set him off. You see, so I would have got a shot on that one, but then Ferret's just flipped my controls, so I kind of lost it. What am I doing? No, other way. Okay, focus, man, focus. The controls are backwards. Okay, here we go. We can do this. We can do this. See, and then the control flip ran out, and then I crashed into the floor. Yeah, here you go. So radar interference. So you can't see the blobs. The little arrows are still there. I need to remember to disable them. But if I get a bit closer, then the blobs do appear. So the idea being it gives you a little bit of impairment. So you need to look for the drones, then get up close. So I've got sparks coming out here because I've taken a bit of damage. But yeah, the thing with the mix play is with the combination of mix play and FTL, we can do things like, or rather you can do things like wait for me to be lining up a shot, and then just when I'm about to do it, disable my stun gun or something. So now I've got like a slow recharge here. So normally this would recharge in about, I think it's 2.5 seconds, but the slow recharge doubles that or trebles it perhaps. So now I've got to be more careful about the shots that I take. FTL allows things like you pressing it at the perfect time for trolling. I mean, Cheese, I don't remember if you've seen Interference and Chill, which is Ferret's show that she does before this, over on mixer.com/interference. Which is like our drawing game. She does some live drawing, and through mix play the audience can mess about with stuff like disabling her undo button, or reducing her palette, or if they're feeling nice they can give her extra time, that kind of stuff, and you can vote on which items you want to see her draw. But it was through that we kind of really realised the potential for honestly, I would have got him if you hadn't done that, but yes, that was perfect. Yeah, I totally would have hit that, but then my gun got disabled. I mean, I could go melee it if I'm feeling lucky. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Who needs a stun gun? When we do achievements or something, there's going to be achievements for meleeing because it's really hard. But yeah, so Interference and Chill, people... it's kind of started happening recently. People have realised... I was doing quite well then just planted it into the floor because of the control flip. People have got really good at... oh, hang on. My rotate isn't flipped. I've rewritten some of the control stuff behind the scenes, and I'm forgetting to flip something. People are evil. Well, yeah, sometimes. But some of our regulars have... perfected the trolling. I mean, the example I gave earlier is, we've had things like Ferret's drawing a red car or whatever, and she's drawn the road and all this, and she's about to pick up the red, and someone's like, nope, monochrome palette, just as she's about to click. And I would say it's hilarious to watch, but she's kind of here, and then I feel bad encouraging that kind of behaviour. But, mixed play interactions, they're fun. I mean, I love soundboards and things. Oh, I did get it. Oh, but now I balked the drone because I planted it into the ground there. Um, but yeah, we love soundboards and things. Yeah, vengeance. There you go. You win. Yeah, audience wins. Yeah, soundboards and things are cool. And I'm seeing people implement them in particularly interesting ways. But I love the idea of mixed play where you press the button and it happens in the game. I mean, a lot of this stuff, like the control flip, is based on stuff from Bob Duck and Weave's stream, where he has a mixed play board with buttons like controller derp, where if you press that, say he's playing, Fortnite or whatever, you press that and it plays a sound, and then he has to hold his controller upside down. But he's doing it himself. He has to turn it over or hold it upside down, or I forget. And do that, but it's relying on him doing it. Yeah, as Ferret says, there's do a barrel roll, where when someone does that, he has to spin round in his chair, and he's supposed to do it immediately. But Bob's pretty decent about it, and he does do it pretty quickly when it happens. But if you're the one kind of doing it, you're sort of like, oh, I've got this perfect shot lined up, I'll just take the shot and then spin round. Whereas we want to kind of remove that by you press disable stun gun and it literally happens. You press flip controls, I haven't got any choice, it's happening completely unexpectedly. I haven't got any time to prepare. The first I know is I'm sort of zooming along, and then the next thing I'm going down, I'm about to hit the floor, like what? And it's awesome. It's really good. I get really enthusiastic about this. Well, we all do, and basically, we think this is going to be the future, and that's what we're doing this talk about at Rest. Interactive live streaming, adventures in interactive live streaming. I haven't got my notes. I keep forgetting what I called it. There we go. Adventures in interactive streaming, a developer's tale. Because it's basically. Oh, thanks, Ferret. It's basically going to be us raving about mix play for 45 minutes because we think it's amazing. I mean, just plugging our own stuff. As I say, if you want to check out, if anyone wants to check out Interference and Chill, which happens apart from next week when we're at Resd, which happens every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. UK time. Ferret does some interactive drawing where she's drawing. You can vote on which items you want to see her draw, and then you can mess with the palette and take away or undo, that kind of stuff. Also, I co-host a live a live interactive stream. It's basically like a pub quiz on Sundays with Bunnery, who's just waved, but I don't think you can quite see her there. If I go like that. So we do that on every Sunday at 7 p.m. UK time. And that's really awesome. Again, doing something with mix play and FTL that you just can't do anywhere else. And then I do these streams with Rogue Drones on Wednesdays as well. But this is going to be all built into the game, so anyone who's playing it and wants to stream it, then you just press a button, mix play stuff happens. Oh, it's going to be awesome. Sorry, just catching up with chat. Chi saying, I did figure out the CDK for basic HTML. Yeah, I've got the CDK installed. Sorry, just nerding out for a moment. This is the control development kit, which you can grab to make your own mixplay panels. And I keep getting really tempted to play about with it, but I'm like, no, must focus on getting the game going first. So I've just got one of these basic panels, but I'm going to do a custom one with some extra things in. If anyone is interested in mixplay stuff, if you check out the Mixer Dev Show, which is mixer.com/Mixer Dev Show, I don't think I've got a shout out for that. They're not actually on at the moment. It used to be a weekly thing, but they have all of their past shows on there for you to watch. And they actually go through how to use the control development kit to make your own stuff. They get some Unity demos and wire in mixplay to it. It's very cool. And we should hit those guys up on Twitter and say, hey, we're doing a talk.
Yeah, you said you'd do that.
Yes, we need to do that. Because maybe they'll be impressed. It'll be cool. I have balked everything. What's going on here? Oh no, there we go. There we go. Sorry, I just clicked out of the game. Yeah, so as I say, kind of got a little bit carried away there. I just wanted to show some of it for Cheese because he missed it before. So yeah, thank you very much, Ian. That is very kind of you. Ian wishes us luck and much more. Yeah, it's exciting times. Nervous, terrifying times, but exciting. So we'll kind of have to see. Yeah, it feels very close. They've printed a banner for us. We've got. I don't think I'm meant to show the details, so I'll just sort of. I haven't seen the banner. We've got the exhibition timetable now and all this. I've got our tickets. Got the shirt. We've got £2 million of public liability insurance because apparently we had to have £2 million of cover in case someone hurts himself on the stand. Thankfully, it doesn't cost £2 million. Yeah, is that for the year we've paid for that? So in case we do other shows, £50 actually. So not bad, but we're covered for 2 million of someone hurting themselves. There was talk about maybe actually having some drones in real life, and then we started looking into insurance, and it was like, no, never mind. Shall I show off the other thing we've got, or shall I keep that as a surprise for the show and the meetup? Oh, I don't know. We've got a little bit of sort of Rogue Drones kind of merch, that's kind of going a bit far. But yeah, we do have the shirts, and we got stickers, and they're cool. Yeah, so this is Bob's logo, which works really well as a sticker. So we're going to be giving out a few of those. It's going to be cool. It's going to be very cool. I've just ordered the business cards, and so we're going to have some cards to give out. Just a black and white mock-up, but it's sort of in the style of the ID badge that you see in game. But yeah, they should be coming on Friday, so that's cool. She's saying, did you get them done with Sticker Mule? Yeah, we use Sticker Mule for stickers. They're very cool. Because we've had stuff from them before. Could I just reach in here? Sorry, I'm just rummaging around in the cupboard on Bunnery's desk. We've had Sticker Mule doing some stuff before. We've got interference stickers as well. So they're quite cool. Got a few different types of those, so interference logo and stuff, and they still got quite a few of these actually. Got some that I haven't even got out of the packet yet, but yeah, Sticker Mule are awesome, and the best thing about them is they do a random offer every so often. Just put these back in the cupboard. They do a random offer every so often, so you can kind of get things really cheap. These Rogue Drone stickers, I got 50 for a fiver or something, or £10. I don't know. It was cheap. So it's really good for if you want to sort of try short runs of stuff just to see what it's like. But yeah, it's exciting. Yeah. I should sort of get an affiliate link for Sticker Mule actually, because you should use Sticker Mule. They're cool. Even though I seem to be struggling to say it today, but I think that's because I've been talking for an hour and a half. I'm not used to this like Ferret. Ferret's kind of hardened to actually talking for 90 minutes at a time. Well, 3 hours at a time when she does her own streams. But yeah, so I should wrap it up there because I need to get a drink really and go and chill out. Go and check cats haven't destroyed the house. Are you coming on for a moment? So yeah, we've got Bunnery here as well. There we go. So yeah, if you are coming to Rest, we would love to see you. So we're there for the whole show. We are in the tentacle zone. So I think I saw in the chat earlier, Ferret saying, "Can I hug a tentacle?" Yes, I gather that they. What's that? Are they huggable? Yeah, I think they're huggable as long as you don't sort of burst it. Ian says hi. I don't know if my mic picks you up, but she says hi, just in case you didn't hear that. Yeah, we're in the tentacle zone for the whole show. We will be doing this talk on the Friday in the Fringe Theatre. If you can come along to that, that would be very cool. Before that, This Saturday, the three of us are going to Mixer Meetup UK, if anyone is in the UK and going to that, which is in Birmingham. So we'll see you on Saturday night if you're there. Okay, maybe I didn't copy that one over. Sorry. Or is it UK Meetup or Meetup or I don't remember. Yeah, I copied your initial stuff. Maybe you've added one in since then. No, it's not actually in my set. Sorry. There's a meetup. Search Mixer Meetup UK on Twitter or something, and you'll find it. So yeah, we'll see you at that if you're going. Otherwise, I will be back on Sunday with Bunnery for Zeitgeist, the interference quiz.
I've just been deciding on the questions.
Yeah. You don't need to be an interference player to play along. It's just the rounds are based on drawing some interference. But we'd love to see you there for that. As I say, interactive pub quiz, pretty much. What do we have last week? Grinning Goose won. So Goose has won 2 weeks on the trot. So we're hoping some people will come and be able to dethrone her before she makes it a hat trick. No. So that happens over on mixer.com/interference. If you'd like to check that out, if you do a little follow on that channel, you'll get notification when we start off. But it's great fun, and we'd love to see you there. Yeah, so I will actually finish up this time because I just keep talking. I always do, don't I? Yes, I was going to have those yesterday. Anyway, I digress. Have a great evening, everyone, or if you're in a different time zone. Yeah, waffle alert says Ferret. Yeah, have a great evening, or if you're in a different time zone, enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, I will hopefully see you on Sunday over on the Interference channel. Bye.